Most valuable clocks I got. They're the most valuable clocks I got.
Okay.
How old are them clocks, Warren?
No date on them.
No date.
All you can do, you can go back to the catalog and they'll tell you they make them between a certain date. If there ain't no date on the clock, that's the only thing you got to go by.
Well, he drilled wells and he was a glass worker, and you got those two clocks from daylight.
I got one clock from daylight.
Okay.
I left it here and he passed away and they never come back after it. Nobody come back after it. The clock's still out there.
Super.
Frame up the factory. I got a novice school out here to paint it. And I put a lower works in it.
Isn't that beautiful?
And this here is a French marble. A white French marble. That was used to be the commissioner. Can't think of that. I told her if they ever want to sell it, let me know. So there's having a sale down here, and all the kids wanted that clock, but didn't any of them want to pay for it. And he said, well, I put up for auction. Said the highest bidder gets it. That's the only fair way I know. So he put it up for auction, and then notified me ahead of time that they was going to sell it. I went down and put the clock sale here.
Mr. Weber just said that he paid around $40 for this clock. Do you?
That's aluminum,
Okay.
and that's the picture. I don't know. If somebody been hunting, they got birds here and rabbits, and he's sitting down for a rest in the grapevines around there. So I don't know what that's supposed to represent.
Our grandson has picked that one.
Has he?
Each grandchild has.
Which grandson has picked it out?
That's for Raymond.
Raymond, okay.
And the marble one is Kimberly.
Okay. Kimberly's, okay. Okay, the other clock on the shelf?
Running up there, the parents here, and he said he found that clock in a dump, but I doubt it. And glass wasn't broken in it or anything, but there wasn't no pendulum on it, no hands. And those side pieces there hanging down, it wasn't in on it. So he came back after it one day and it wasn't finished. I told him, and in fact a little bit after that, he wanted to know if I knew anybody who wanted to buy it. I asked him what he wanted for it. He didn't know. He said, I know more about it than he did. So I'd done a lot of work on it. And I told him, well, I'll make a pass at you. $20. He sold it to me.
Who was that? Do you remember who it was?
Yeah. Bob Wine Coop.
Wine Coop, okay. He's not the one that had the Wine Coop Airport in Mount Vernon?
No.
Okay.
They're from the Licking County.
Okay. Where'd you say this came from, Mrs. Weber?
Odell Garrison.
Okay. And do you have any name on it?
It's got the original papers in it.
Okay.
What's the make of it?
Ithaca.
It's in Ithaca.
It's got the
Ithaca
original
calendar.
It's got the original papers in it.
The other fellow bought that for me. He's dead and gone now. And where he got it, I don't know. But he brought it up here to me and sold it to me.
You don't know who it was?
I know who he was.
What was his name?
Ray Lewis.
Oh.
He had a lot of antique clocks down home.
They worked together, too.
Oh, okay.
He had a cuckoo clock, a big one. He didn't want two of them, so he sold me that one.
And that and Warren Allen has picked that one up.
Oh, okay.
Ingram calendar clock. I give just the date alone. I don't know where they got that.
Okay. Does it have an age on it? Approximately how old would that clock be?
They're all almost at the antique age.
Okay.
That'd be 100 years.
Okay.
The exact date on it, I don't know.
All right.
Who wants that clock,
But,
Garnet?
Why, Chris wants that one.
Okay.
but they're all old.
Oh, yes. How about the big grandfather or grandmother clock?
That's,
This clock here
that's homemade.
Okay.
was made by A.D. Ford in 1907.
Okay.
Oh, my.
It was, he made it down at Athens,
I'm going to
my
back up.
hometown.
Well, that's a big one.
Made two of them, I understand, at the time, but can't find the other. Someplace, his relation or something down around Athens, but you can never locate it.
What kind of wood is that, Warren?
It's white oak, all white oak except that top piece up there.
Okay.
It looks like red oak.
Okay.
Now, he has given that to his only relative living, his nephew lives in Phoenix.
Okay.
That's a long drop.
Okay.
For a long drop where it's come down below there.
Mm-hmm.
Both. It's the same. They're both Ingrams.
Okay. Would you explain the long drop to us over here on this other clock?
Yeah, I can say the long drop is like this. And here, and here from
I think the lights, I think the lights are...
Hey, I'm ready.
He's talking about this one over here, Bill.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I got it.
over there, I bought that at a sale, and it's a German-made, a 30-day clock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wind it once every 30 days. I don't wind it that often. No.
I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong clock, and Larry told me that I was. This is not the short drop clock, is it?
No, there's right there.
I'm going to look it over here just a minute. I'll back up against you, Warren.
That's
Okay, now that's the short drop, and that means that the pendulum is up inside it a little bit. Is that what you're saying? Oh, yes.
pendulum is in the drop.
Right.
You see, that's
Very good.
shorter than that and in there.
Yes, sir. Does that key next to it actually the one you use?
No. A buddy brought me that from up to Ford, you know, up to, what do you call it?
Dearborn?
The Ford Museum.
In Dearborn, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Super. Okay, Warren.
Neighbors for 50 years, and when she was moving, she brought that over.
Isn't that beautiful?
Clary Latham.
Clary Latham. And what is this, a three-corner corner stand, isn't
Yeah. It's a whatnot, they call them.
it? And the little clock on it?
It's Seth Thomas, but it's no good.
Why do you say that?
It's quite missing.
Okay, parts are missing.
A banjo clock.
Hey, is this a grandma? What kind is that, Warren?
Make
Yes.
It's on there.
Donhauser or something like that. It's German.
Okay. How long have you had this clock?
Oh, I expect to have had that, bought that at a sale down here by Purity, not Purity, but
It's been about 15
Paulsburg.
years, because
I've had it, I expect.
Key?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a key to
That's
one.
to keep the grandchildren from getting.
Okay, that makes sense.
I was secretary of the Bible school for 20 years, and when I retired from it, the church gave me that.
Isn't that
The
beautiful?
plaque.
That's at Gethsemane, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go to the next clock in the corner, Warren.
That's a little banjo clock. It's another Ingram. I bought that around here. Who had the hardware store?
Jimmy Waddell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bought that from Waddell.
All right. What's on the? Okay.
That's oh shoot. New Haven.
Mhm.
New Haven banjo.
I brought him that from California.
Okay.
Can't you see me carrying it on there?
Yes, I can see
I
it.
can see you doing it.
How about this one?
That's another Ingram that runs with a pendulum.
Okay.
But,
Oh yeah. And who's that good-looking couple next to it there?
That was our
that's
58.
going to hang out down the basement.
You betcha. On top.
The middle one.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the one that Cheryl's husband
Mm-hmm.
makes.
Right.
Cheryl is their granddaughter.
And these two on the right and left look like, well, there's an Indian, or no, those are, what are they?
That's the case I made.
Oh, he did.
Wild cherry. I had the lumber out to cut the logs out at the farm, had it sawed, and then I burned that fence down the basement, and I made that case. And of course, I bought the works.
Which are German, are they?
That's German works.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as this one here.
Oh, it is. Beautiful. Hey, what's this one?
It's a little novelty clock at a walnut veneered shelf and all. But I bought that from Fucum over here to Homer. And after I bought it, his wife found out it.
Don't ask for clocks, look around first.
Here, Warren.
So that was clear way up high, and I finally said to him, "What kind of clock is that?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Would you take it down?" And sure. So he brought it down, and I looked at it, and I said, "How much is it?" Oh, he says, "I'll take $25 for it." So I bought it and brought it home to Warren.
You don't know what part of Florida?
It was Tampa, just out of Tampa.
At a railroad station.
Yeah.
A little.
Okay, we're over here in the corner now.
This is Seth Thomas, one weight. That was running a railroad station up here at New London. And it was remodeling, taking everything out of that, remodeling it. And the fellow was helping to do it. Well, they wouldn't help him do it. They had a street store right close. He down there and they wanted that clock. I said, "It's going to put that." I said, "No, we're going to change it to electric." I said, "You tired that if you want it." They give it to him.
No kidding.
And that,
Isn't that
if you'd
something?
like to, that's Warren's sister. She taught Hebrew in school.
Who did? All the rest of them just strikes on the hour. This old clock. And looking over there, tall one there right in the corner was one dad's clock. And this one here is one that got me into this business.
Well, which one's the oldest out of the whole bunch?
Huh?
Which one's the oldest out of
I
this
say
bunch?
this one, that.
Them's the two oldest ones?
Them wooden works.
Oh.
That's the only miniature OG I got. It's the Ansonia. One of them.
Get her to play a tune. Do you play any kind of musical instrument? Do you play in the band or anything?
I play piano.
You like piano?
I don't do it very well. I just have lessons.
You're taking lessons? I mean, you really dig it? Or you like piano? You like that rock and roll? Boom, 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 boom.
I like piano. I like both.
What about ragtime piano? You never heard of ragtime piano? Man, you know what you're missing. Yeah.
Gone.
No, that was a car.
Wait,